Caroga. Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Caroga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to kick your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. False word. Important news are new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a seaport planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before. Or sings tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to BedLife 5 channel. Hail Caroga.
Hello world, it's BedLife 5 Qapla, and welcome to BedLife for February 1st, Monday, February 1st, 2021, and I hope you can hear me. I hope everything is going as it's supposed to. Things look a little different because we are using OBS Studio instead of XSplit today. I've been setting up my scenes in OBS. I think I've got it figured out, but it's kind of weird because in XSplit I used to hear the audio of the video that was playing, and now in OBS I don't hear the audio, though I can see the audio certainly went out. So it's weird. It's like I'm not getting the feedback I feel like I should have. So I hopefully you guys, yep, looks good and all looks good. Thank you, Monty. Rock Solid is lying about the audio. Thomas, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's for some reason XSplit decided to not play well with the Stream Deck that Anti-Trekker sent me. So it seems like we're all moving to OBS. So here I am. And this is our first OBS stream. And I'll be honest, that was not at all related to the delay. My screen for the front door broke in the high wind and snow. And yes, it is in fact snowing out. As you can see from the security cams, and that's already been shoveled twice today. Yeah, it's already been shoveled twice today. We are in the middle of a epic nor'easter. It's quite windy, and a wind gust came and just broke the screen in half. NephewOPrey was trying to put it back on, and it was just never going to happen. And that led to one thing, led to another, to my sister going out to help her. So I started speaking to one of her friends who I had known way back in the day. And we started talking. What was supposed to be 5 minutes turned into almost 45 minutes, an hour. And it was great just talking with him. I really missed the guy. He was one of the few friends my sister had that I felt like I could carry on a conversation with. Although there were others, but he was the top. I'll be honest, he was the intellectual top, and I think everybody would agree. I don't think I'm saying anything too controversial. So yeah, it was nice speaking with him and catching up with the last 12 years of his life. And so that's then NephewOPrey needed a few minutes to get her stuff ready because she was busy. And so I started, but not even 15 minutes, well, 15 minutes late, whatever. Not a big deal. You guys are obviously pros at me being late. So if anything, you're probably happy that I'm late. So yes, you got what you wish for. I'm late. Congratulations. 47 Yorktown says, wow, 2 streams in one day. That was because this morning, Captain Trek usually starts streaming at 6 a.m. He was nowhere to be found. His stream was there, but he wasn't there. And then his stream was just gone. So I assumed he was having internet issues. And just about 8 a.m., I started a stream of my own. And literally, the second I hit go live on StreamYard, I get the pop-up notification that Captain Trek is live. So I immediately hit end stream. And the stream was so short that while StreamYard recorded it as a stream, YouTube did not. So then I had to go to YouTube to delete the stream, but it was still listed as a stream that hadn't been started yet. So the delete option isn't there. So, and I had to go through the back way of deleting the stream. And then I see that, yes, emails went out. And so a lot of people probably, well, not emails, notifications went out. So a lot of people probably got notifications to a stream this morning that didn't exist by the time you got to it. Apologies if you got that. I did just go to Captain Trek's stream since he did indeed make it live. And then he streamed for many hours. So that's why, yes, some people got 2 notifications today. Wesley Crushers is Bird of Prey. Greetings, birds, turds, and evil bunnies. Thank you, Wesley. Rock Solid says, more lies, I am sure. I'm willing to bet NephewOPrey will not be in the show. He is probably in the emergency room getting his fingers cast after you brutally broke them. I did not break his fingers. NephewOPrey is mere several feet away from me in his playpen and safe and sound. The playpen keeps him safe from Sassy, who would otherwise steal his socks. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello in Qapla. Hail Caroga. Hopefully this stream will last longer than the stream earlier today. I hope so too. Well, we already have. Wesley says, what's going on? I missed an early stream. No, Wes, there. It was like a fake stream. It never really happened. There was nothing to see here. Not Ryan Johnson says, that thumbnail is just weird and probably another case of false advertising. No, NephewOPrey is in the house. Not Ryan Johnson says, Wesley, Captain Trek was late for his stream. Bird started a stream and Captain streamed 10 seconds after Bird. Not even 10 seconds. Literally the instant. Okay, had I just sneezed, I would have stopped. In fact, I was debating whether I should change the logo that I use when I stream, and had I just taken an extra second to change the logo in the StreamYard, I would never have had to start the stream to begin with. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, life is like an evil scheme. Jeeps, bridges, spaceships, it's a live stream. Here in Duckburg, here in Caroga. Yes, Wesley, I gotcha. Professor Brainy Specs says, what in Sam Hill is going on around here? Qapla, Professor Brainy Specs. Not Ryan Johnson tells Professor Brainy Specs, it's Carogan ruckus going on. Wesley says, Bird of Prey is today Monday. I forgot to write 20 Dear Bops, and also you used the wrong rights, but that's okay, Wes. There's plenty of Dear Bops. I looked like an hour ago, and there was already more Dear Bops than I care. Now, because this is a new scene, I had to remake the scene. We're using a different email client when we read the Dear Bops. It'll keep keep the Dear Bops on the same page because, frankly, OBS just works better than XSplit ever did with keeping the correct window on the screen. So I was cheating in XSplit when I used to put the pop-up window in front of the browser and we could still see it. So that's going to be an interesting once we get to the Dear Bops. Wesley says, and Del Taco is better than Taco Bell. I disagree, Wes. Dan says, this thumbnail picture has been used before. Yes, it's the same one as Friday. But Friday, he was supposed to come, but he's here now. Dan 23 says, I like American Dad joke Roger makes about Del Taco and Taco Bell. I don't remember that one. Dan 23 says, yeah, I got a notification earlier this morning for a Monday live stream, but the video had been removed. Yeah, it was a mistake. Professor Brainy Spec says, where is BedLife? He's ignoring me on Twitter. I'm sorry, Professor. I was busy on the phone. I believe I told you that at some point. And he's late. Yitza says, no, he isn't, but I was later. Rock Solid says, BedLife, hashtag Caroga lies, hashtag Hail on Caroga, hashtag FML, hashtag better not alive than Carogan, hashtag we love Thomas Potts, hashtag Thomas Potts love, hashtag Thomas Potts life, hashtag Thomas Potts is better than Hypnotoad. And Thomas Potts writes, hashtag hate Thomas Potts over and over again. No, Thomas, we refuse. And not Ryan Johnson goes, rip Screech, because yes, the actor who played Screech on Saved by the Bell passed away today. Unfortunately, 3 short weeks after being diagnosed with an aggressive form of lung cancer. Very sad. Very sad to hear Screech is dead. 2021 is not coming in any easier. Thomas Butts says, oh my God, you broke NephewOPrey's fingers. I did not break anybody's fingers. Flugaville says, that kid is so cute. He absolutely is. John Araki says, epic beard greater than an epic nor'easter. That depends on who you ask. John Araki says, nor'easter up your keister. Hopefully not. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Dan says it goes live in 9 minutes. Well, it was a little longer than that. Flugaville says, greetings from Wenville, Minnesota. Greetings, Fluger. Dan 23 counted down 5 minutes. Moxley says, BedLife, Qapla, Bird, and you all. And then I told everybody I was going to be a bit late. Mike Richards says, boo. Rocksolid says, BedLife admits it. Bird, hashtag Bird is late. Monty's Folly says, hashtag Bird's late. What is new? Thomas says, come on, people. Bird is only late on days that end in Y. Wait a second. All the days end in Y. Moxley fan says, retro commercials, please. Actually, I did set up the retro commercials just in case I needed them. But the problem is, although I believe they're random, every time I start them, they start back at the same commercial. So hopefully I only need to use them once. K Sapien says, yes, let's see some Tab and Apple II commercials. Well, I added a new commercial to the list. I don't know if you guys will get to see it today. That's the one thing I have to figure out how to work is the commercials. Because currently in XSplit, I could just every day they would be, it would remember where I was and it would start playing again from the next commercial. Where on OBS, every time I hit the scene, it starts back at the first commercial. Even if I say to shuffle, it still doesn't shuffle. It shuffles them, but it always starts back at the first commercial. I know there's got to be a setting somewhere to fix that. Mike Richards yells shotgun. Rock Solid says hi to Sean. BedLife says storm broke. Yeah, that was me. That was me. And Joseph Patrick with the €2 super chat. Thank you, Joseph. Says notified 13 minutes late. Greetings from the future. And yes, that's awesome. The alert still works. And I heard the audio from the alert, which is the only audio I seem to hear through StreamYard, through OBS. So I can live with that. Sorry you were notified 13 minutes late, Joseph, but better late than never. Obviously, I'm still just going through some of the early chats. And being I was like 15 minutes late to start, there's plenty of chat. Rock Solid says, hashtag we want photos, or it's more Carogan lies. Hashtag hail on Caroga. It is. It's hailing on Caroga right as we speak. Monty's Folly says, Bird of Prey, if it's bad, we don't mind you skipping, lad. You and your mom's safety take priority. Oh, thank you, Monty, but as long as we have power, knock wood, and internet, knock wood, I'm going on. What is a screen on a front door, says Dan. It's just like a window screen, but the window on the front door, it's a storm door, so it's outside the main door. And there was a screen this way in, nice weather, you could theoretically leave the door open and not have bugs fly in. But, yeah, but we have a glass to replace the screen, but it's in the basement and it's heavy. And some other, but you didn't get it in, did you? There were two. Yeah, you got the wrong one. So it's at some point, NephewOPrey will replace the screen with the piece of glass. And then at some point before the warm weather comes, we'll fix the screen or order a new screen or something. Rock Solid says, hashtag it's a screen door on a submarine. No, it's not a screen door on a submarine. Thomas says, well, no reason for me to comment for the rest of the day. Thomas, welcome back, Thomas. Josh Street says, did Bird of Prey forget to pay the internet bill, or did he fall asleep like normal, or is he just late O'Prey again? It was just late O'Prey. Dee Myers says, Wola, Bird of Prey, how are you and the family doing, all considering? All considering, I think we're doing okay. Dee, thank you for asking. Professor Brainy Specs says, Josh Reed, Bird of Prey is watching Crystal Skull again. That was obviously not true. I skipped where I was. I gotta come back. No, I'm not watching Crystal Skull. Rockside, Professor Brainy Specs, but that's the bad. No, I'm not watching the bad P version. Josh Street says, Professor Brainy Specs, no, Bird's favorite movie is a horror movie, The Last Crystal Ghostbuster Jedi Skull 2016. Dan says 2 minutes. Sorry, you guys. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sirs. Qapla, 47 Yorktown. And get a picture of NephewOPrey. Thank you. And my head in a jar. Josh Street says 6 hours, 50 minutes. And Bird of Prey is still taking his 2-minute warning. Wesley says, no sound. Wait, headset not plugged in. Okay, good. You got the sound, Wes. Anton Smith says, snowing in your neck of the woods. Yes, it is, Anton. As you can see, and like I said, that's already been shoveled twice. It's already been shoveled twice today. And it's supposed to keep snowing through tonight, into tomorrow. They're expecting up to 18 inches. Up to 18 inches of snow, which was a big jump from the 8 to 12 we were planning for yesterday. Professor says, Josh Street is a horrible violation of trust. Bird of Prey is almost 7 hours late. I'm not 7 hours late. Dan23 says, Star Trek Discovery Season 4 will deep dive into science and a different kind of villain, says Star Trek Discovery's Alex Kurtzman. Good, a different type of villain, probably one from within. Rock Solid says hashtag audio. Monty's Folly says, yep, all looks okay. Sounds and looks good. Thank you. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, is it just me or is the camera blurry? Yeah, I might have got a thumbprint. I might have got a thumbprint on the camera. Yeah, I do see it's not as clear as it usually is. I will work on that. Sorry for next time, Wes. Roxas says, Bird of Prey, you can set an output monitor in OPS so you can hear alerts and such. Well, I heard the alerts. Dee Dee says, Bird of Prey, it sounds and looks great. Thank you. Jan23 says, Alex Kurtzman says, season 4, for what happens when the villain is not actually any kind of living, breathing entity, but something else. How do you solve that problem? For Christ's sakes, it's like it hasn't been a living, breathing entity except for this last season. It was Control, which was a robot in Star Trek Picard. It was robots, and then some freaking alien from the sky from another dimension. Well, who are they kidding? Who are they kidding? In season 2, it was Control, Section 31 robot Control. I don't even know what it was. So what? Hell, I mean, in the original series, you had the Doomsday Machine. In Star Trek, the motion picture, you had V'ger. In Star Trek episode 4, you had the whale probe. Half of all Star Treks have enemies that aren't human, that aren't breathing, that aren't living, breathing things. This is nothing new in Star Trek. I'm surprised when they are living, breathing villains. Yeah. Monty says we're scheduled for some snow and ice on our side of the Atlantic tomorrow. On the day after, not looking forward to it. Sorry to hear that, Monty. Dan says Yoda t-shirt. Yes, I do have a Star Wars Yoda t-shirt, so I decided to wear it. And Joseph Patrick says, Ladies O'Prey, pleading the optics, want bird in 1080p. Well, Mom O'Prey is holding Charlie,
Negative at this time.
and feeding Charlie, and Sis O'Prey. If I ask Sis O'Prey, well, she's on the phone right now. I'll ask Sis O'Prey after she's off the phone. Sorry about that, Joseph. Captain Track says, Hail, Caroga. Thank you, Captain. Hail, Caroga. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey is so late today. He's actually early for tomorrow's stream. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, dear Bop, dear Bop, dear Bop. We'll get to the dear Bops, Wes, and there are plenty of them. Professor Brainy Specs says, Bird of Prey, do you use voice meter banana? No, I don't use any voice meter at all. Dan23 says, today my mom went next door quickly to ask the neighbor something and ended up chatting for an hour. Yeah, that's the type of way it works. Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica gives a cup a wave and a thumbs up and is watching. Qapla. Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, so Bird makes fake streams now. It's a fake. I'm sorry about that, Wes. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, Dustin Diamond was one of my customers at Suncoast Motion Picture Company. He was a prick to my staff. Well then, Rock Solid, I guess good for him. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry he was a prick to your staff. I did not know the man personally, obviously. I just would say the way he died is not the way I would wish upon anyone. I just kind of wish, he was a nicer guy. Hakeem says, oh, wow, I didn't know about Screech. Yeah, I just read about it. Dan23 says, Saved by the Bell Screech was a pop and culture referenced a lot. Yes, Dan, that's true. Especially for people born and then when they were old enough to watch Saved by the Bell. Dee Dee Myers says, hail to Joseph and greetings. Rock Solid says, Joseph, Bird of Prey better late than Carogan. Reams, Qapla Reams says, hello, Bird. Man, is question and answers day. Those are my favorite. Well, you can ask questions. At BedLife the question, and I'll answer. But if you mean Dear Bop, yes, we're going to be doing a bunch of Dear Bops. Yosef says, greetings to Dee Dee and Rock Solid. Dee Dee says, you're welcome to me. Yosef says, Defanda Reams, yes, indeed. Today we will have Dear Bop. If you have a question to Bop, you can ask it. And of course, he puts in the link for more questions. Reams says, thanks to Yosef. Thomas says, hashtag, the snow is Deej's fault. I agree. The snow came past Deej and he added to it by blowing into the water, by blowing into the wind. And I think he is not in Chicago. He is in Illinois, north of. It was. He had a lot of shoveling he had to do. Yeah, it is. Josh reaches BedLife. When are you and NephewOPrey going to get into a snowball fight with SysOPrey? I don't know, but I feel like I'll be at a distinct disadvantage. Josh reaches BedLife. In OBS, you can have a headset on so you can hear the audio. Well, I have an earbud in. I don't understand why it doesn't come through. Cinnabon Bunny, hello, Cinnabon Bunny, Qapla. Good to see you. I watched your second video of Chuck Norris versus all those animals. I really fun. I'm sorry I didn't get to see either of them live. Check out Cinnabon Bunny. Yosef's request for the ladies to help with the dirty lens. Roxanne says, Josh Reed, yes, but you need to set the monitor as an output versus just output. As monitor output versus just output. Dan says, I hope these Dear Bops aren't really long to read. Roxanne says, BedLife, I don't wish him ill, but at the same time, he was not a good person. And Captain Track puts in the link for Dear Bops. And somehow, through some miracle or mystery, I've actually reached the end of the chats in a legit period of time. So now it is time to actually go to the Dear Bops. Well, actually, before we go to the Dear Bops, I want to talk about a couple things. WandaVision Season 4. I assume you've seen it already, but if you haven't, unfortunately, as much as I liked seeing about the first 5 minutes of the episode, and for those who seen it, they know what I'm talking about, totally went woke, and I'm going to keep watching, but I don't have high hopes. Bigger problem than WandaVision is the Expanse. The Expanse is collapsing. It was way up there, way up there. A top 3 or top 5 show. And all of a sudden now we've had 3 back-to-back episodes that have been snooze fests. And one snooze fest you can dismiss. 2, you're like, maybe they're just setting something up. But we got our 3rd snooze fest, and they've decided to make the main character, he doesn't even he has the least amount of time as anybody. And it's just like, what are you doing here? And there's only 1 episode left. There's only 1 episode left of this season. They can't save the season. That it was like last week's Expanse was like a must-win game for a sports ball team. And they didn't win. They didn't win. No matter how good this week's episode is, I don't think they can save the season. I think it's too late. And that's a terrible development, because I was telling people, oh yes, watch The Expanse. I was giving people my word to watch The Expanse. You put in your work to get through season 1 and seasons 2, 3, 4. and even 5, they looked like they were going to be great seasons. The first half of season 5 was very good, but they floundered the entire second half of the season to the point that, I mean, I'm going to watch the next season. It's the final season, but man, this whole 5th season is a wash. It's like they might as well not have made it. And I'm very afraid, and I might have to put out a review with this final episode that comes out this week. That if the Expanse crashes and burns, it's very, very sad. I feel disappointed because there weren't too many other shows on the level of the Expanse. Now, I always put the Orville above the Expanse. Don't get me wrong. Most people who I know put the Expanse above Orville, but Orville is so freaking genius, and we are rewatching the Orville with Resolute Germ every Sunday after Futurama Sunday ends. We watch an episode with Resolute Germ on his channel on Hulu, and man, the show is even better than I remember. The Orville is even better than I remember. And there's NephewOPrey going past. It's okay. Usually you want me to shut the camera. It's okay. You can wave. NephewOPrey is going outside to talk to her sister. So yeah, the Orville's even better than I remember. So I always put the Orville higher. I'm not, PJ assures me we're going to have a season 3. And I know they put a lot of money and a lot of work into season 3, but as far as I know, it's still only half done. They barely got back to working before they had to stop working again, according to what I heard. And, what are we looking at? Are we looking at 6 months? I mean, maybe I can do 6 months, but I think they've got 3 months of production still left to do. In which case, what are we looking at? 9 months? A year? I don't think this show will survive a year. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, a year from now, if I'm even still here, knock wood, I hope I am. But a year from now, anything could happen. It'll be what, 2 years, 3 years since we've seen an Orville episode. The show will be dead. The show will be dead. Even if it comes out, it's just going to be like us YouTubers who are watching. Everyone else, all the quote unquote normal fans, they've already forgotten. They've already forgotten what happened. They probably don't even remember what the hell the word Jaloja means. Okay? It's just been too long. I'm sorry. I love Seth MacFarlane, and I know they had this terrible pandemic that screwed up the world, but they needed to do something different. And if it was bad planning, which I think it was from the very beginning, it caught up to them. The fact that they had to wait so long before we even knew if season 3 was going to come, and Seth waited till he had his deal with NBC before talking about before the Orville even started doing its thing, and then that it went to Hulu. It's crazy. It screwed us over, and I'm upset. And NephewOPrey is here. Well, I wouldn't have to be so loud if he wasn't being so loud.
Being loud because you're upset.
Can you show the people NephewOPrey real quick?
I can, but I think he needs purpose.
Okay. So I promise you, NephewOPrey is right there. He's there. You can hear him. I can't. You've got to show him so that people know. Oh, okay, nephew. Oh. Okay. Well, I'll put this on so NephewOPrey can come in. Yeah. It's okay, Charlie.
That's
It's still cold out there, I guess, huh? Okay. I also love how quickly OBS responds to StreamYard. Oh, no, Charlie. There he is. There he is. OBS is so much quicker to respond to StreamYard than XSplit ever was. I mean, before I even finish clicking, the scene changes. Hi, Charlie. Hi.
Say hi.
Yeah.
Say hi. Hi. Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Joey's head. Go get Uncle.
That's the head.
Get Uncle Joey's
That's the head.
head.
Rock Solid didn't get woke at all from WandaVision. I got that Cat was a snarky bee, but not woke. Every dude was there for comic relief or a secondary, and the one guy who was in charge wasn't supposed to be in charge. What's her face's mother was supposed to be in charge. He only got it because she died, and he couldn't even follow his own plans. He had to follow her rules. That was the main issue. Everywhere else, the dudes were just comic relief. What are you doing?
Place. I gotta go get his passy.
I don't know that I can hold. Oh! Oh! I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm sorry. He bit me. Oh, Charlie. Oh, Charlie. I'm so sorry. I didn't expect him to bite me. He's got teeth now. I forgot that he had teeth.
It's okay.
I forgot he had teeth.
It's okay.
You're okay, Charlie. I'm sorry. You want to hear Bonanza theme?
Oh, you fucked up.
Wait, Charlie. Come here, Charlie. Bonanza. Dun 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 dun. Happy baby. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Happy baby. Yeah, Charlie likes Bonanza.
You better keep going.
Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. He bit me is all that happened. He bit him hard. I didn't expect him to bite so hard. I think he broke the skin.
He's got teeth now. What do you think is gonna happen?
Why would you put my finger in his mouth?
You put your finger in his mouth, number one. Number two, just be happy it's not your nipple. Oh my god.
Joseph says WandaVision is not woke by any means. Kat Dennings was already in the Thor movies. Monica is an established character of Captain Marvel, and the male characters were not incompetent. The ones on that bus with Kat certainly seemed to be, and if they weren't completely incompetent, they were idiots and a-holes. Fluger says Bird doesn't have enough down votes. Thomas says no one has explained to me how WandaVision is woke. Just by my latest explanation. Joseph says Captain Track was not on my phone. I have things disabled, so it was YouTube only. I think it's a bit woke. Yeah, I do. I'm not going to say it's terribly woke, but it's certainly, now that we've seen the Marvel Universe side and not stuck in the 50s or 60s or 70s, yeah, it appears to me. And listen, maybe next week they'll do something and I'll be totally off. I mean, this was only one episode, but it's not boding well. Okay, yeah, you can't take pills. No pills for Charlie. No, these are the probiotic pills. Captain Track has quoted that I love Seth MacFarlane. I did say that. And Monty says hi to little Charlie. And Roxanne says you missed and BedLife above. Hopefully I got it. Not Ryan Johnson says, oh great, only dirty diaper on your shoulder. No. Thomas says BedLife, but you are a comic relief. So this stream is woke. Well, yeah, it kind of is. Everybody's yelling, clip that. They thought it was hysterical. Charlie Bit My Finger is an internet classic.
Okay? Your exaggerated startled response.
My exaggerated startled response.
Qapla.
That cat got hit by a car. I'm sorry.
The cat got hit by a car.
It
was rejected twice because I wouldn't let it in the house with a mouse, which was perfectly reasonable. And then you screamed at the top of your lungs because the cat
jumped in front of me. I wasn't expecting it.
Charlie baby.
A huge cat jumped.
Yeah. It was a kitten.
Not Ryan Johnson says BedLife gets bit, but he apologizes. Next, he'll apologizes when he gets hit with donuts. Oh, that's my cell phone, Charlie. Please don't smash it. Joseph says he's so cute. Thank you, Joseph. I'm sure he's happy to hear that. As is NephewOPrey. Thomas says that's revenge for the kid you bit. Rock Solid says BedLife. Charlie just initiated a Klingon mating ritual. AKA no. Professor Brainy Strikes says BedLife. That was the worst rendition of Bonanza ever. But it works. It's our cousin. Can you get that? Yeah. Joseph says, did Doomcock or Gary tell you it was woke? No, I said it was woke from the first time I saw it. I was the first person to say it was woke. Rock Solid says, no, you did get the missed BedLife. Thank you. Not right, just BedLife. You want a woke?
He can pause for a second. He's gonna pause.
Okay, guys. So here's some commercials. I'll be right back.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? It's yours?
No,
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must have...
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. It's the real. I'd like to teach the world what the world wants in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. Saturday night, a great new taste. It's the Coke raising new heights. Coke is just how you feel when you know it's for real. It's a kick, it's a hit, it's a Coke. Coke is it. I'd like to teach the world just how you feel in perfect harmony. It's for real. It's a kick, it's a hit, it's a Coke. Coke is it.
Ronald McDonald in Dreamy Breakfast.
This morning it seems Ronald's having a dream.
Time for breakfast, Birdie.
Oh, boy, hotcakes.
Hop and make hotcakes. After 'em, Birdie.
You betcha.
What? Whoops. Gotcha.
Not you. Ronald,
Time for breakfast with a friend.
Wow. Yummy hotcake syrup and butter.
plus juice and milk.
Breakfast,
A dream come true.
McDonald's and you.
One of the nice things about McDonald's Chicken McNuggets, those hot, tasty pieces of boneless chicken, is that they're packaged in sizes for every appetite. Let me illustrate. Enter the six-pack. A logical lunch. McNuggets 9, a delight for dinner. And a pack of 20, hey, perfect for picnics and parties. Of course, these are mere suggestions. Your appetite will be the true guide.
Forget the chicken nuggets. We're back. We are back. Sorry about that. Family issue. We'll talk with them more. Wesley says, wow, Charlie wants power. Dan 23 says the baby bites back. Yitsa says poor Charlie. Yes, that was Bonanza. Rock Solid says, no, you did not get the missed BedLife. Well, it's too late now, Rock Solid, so retype it in if you can. Please, apologies. Not Ryan Johnson says, BedLife, you want a woke TV show? Watch Big Sky on ABC. That'll show you what woke is. My wife is watching it. I think it's written worse than Discovery. Well, I'll tell you, I watched Supergirl, for quite a while, and that was woke. It didn't mean it was necessarily the worst show ever, but it was noticeable. Dr. Alex says, BedLife, Qapla. I hope you are well. Did you manage to catch up with the old media guy stream from Sunday? Dr. Alex, I did watch a few minutes of the stream, but as I was streaming myself and then didn't have a lot of free time after, I didn't watch the majority of it, but I did give it a like, and I did click on it. It was there. I saw you there. I saw you guys both set up, the two of you there talking. And what does Sassy have?
Sassy's going to have a postcard. Elegant, to be proud.
But congratulations, Dr. Alex. I hope it went well. Professor Brainy Specs says, Dr. Alex, the interview was fantastic. One of the best interviews he's watched in a long time. That is awesome. That is awesome. Rockstar says, no, damn it, BedLife. Quit skipping words and sentences. You did not get it above. Sorry. Yitza says, no, we can't. NephewOPrey, we need Bird and Charlie. Joseph, not Ryan Jordan says, Joseph, I'm with you. It's not woke. Well, we'll see what the next episode brings. Professor Brainy Specs says, Dr. Alex, thank you. And old media guy. Dr. Alex says, he'll never see my chat. Now, I saw it, Dr. Alex. Dan 23 says, I don't think every parent who takes drugs has a child who does it. I don't think so either, Dan. Hakeem says, at the moment, Wanda isn't as woke as a lot of the other shows, but I have a feeling it will reach Lower Decks level of wokeness or more. That is quite a level of wokeness. But you're right. At the moment, it's just at the beginning of wokeness. BedLife donated $1, a self-donation, I guess, if you will. Hello, world. It's me, BedLife 5, and I just want to dispel rumors that I broke BedLife 6, aka Charlie's fingers, to make him do the Vulcan salute in the thumbnail of this video. I only dislocated his fingers. No harm at all. No, that was a terrible Photoshop. And everybody who knows anything about Photoshop can tell. I spent less than 6 minutes on the entire thing. Dr. Alex says you should never let a child dose it. Sassy is eating a baby toy. I'm just afraid it's going to get ripped apart. Dan23 says chicken nuggets are not made with what they are today. Well, today they're made with all white meat chicken, supposedly. Dr. Alex says 2+ hours of doctory fun and goodness. Awesome, Dr. Alex. I'm so happy. Reams is how far behind the chat is Bird? Well, I've been skipping a lot, Reams. Wesley says Reams about an hour. He'll never catch us up. I caught up. And Professor Brainy Speck says, wow. So let's go ahead and head over to the brand new Dear Bop screen with at least 26 Dear Bops in the waiting. Let me refresh. Is it? Yes. 26 Dear Bops in the waiting. There we go. Okay. And here I am still in the corner. Okay, good. So you see my water bottle. We'll put that there. Bend this over there. It's out of the screen now. Okay, good. Good. What do we got going here? Captain Tracks Bird of Prey less than 6 minutes, more like 60 seconds. Rock Solid says Bird of Prey is skipping more words than comments. Wesley Lowell, so many Dear Bops. Yes, Wes. Dr. Alex says, yay, Dear Bop time. And Not Ryan Judgment says Bird of Prey is far back, and so far I'm back in chat. He's reading comments from last Monday. Okay. So our first Dear Bop of the day. Let's see. Is there a way I can fix this? There we go. So it's easier to read. Perfect. Dear Bop, you have the state of Washington, and then you have Washington, D.C., which is not in the state of Washington. Why? Well, I mean, Washington, D.C., aka the District of Columbia, was created with the Constitution that they decided to select a square of land from 2 states. Later, Virginia took back their piece, I believe. And so it left us with the District of Columbia. And it wasn't until many years later. I mean, when Washington, D.C. was created, nobody even knew what the hell was that, where the state of Washington is. They didn't know if it was land or ocean, or it could have been a swamp. They had no idea. There could have been a bigger Grand Canyon. They didn't know they didn't even know what the hell the Mississippi looked like at that point. They hadn't really even mapped the entire Mississippi River. So the Washington, the state, was just a far off dream. By the time they came around for Washington State, I believe they just took the name Washington because they wanted to get in good. They wanted to get some points with Congress so they could become a state quicker. And being a tribute to George Washington, just sped things along. Now, for why it's called Washington, D.C., is because it's the District of Columbia, Columbia being a goddess of freedom, not related to Christopher Columbus, but Columbia. That is why. I think that's just basic history. But yes, we do have both, and I'll tell you, as an American, it is not at all ever confusing, because you never are sending the same stuff to Washington, D.C. as you are sending to Washington State. They even though they have similar names, they are completely different. Dear Bop, if you could say one thing about the Stargate universe, what would you say? I'd say fun. The Stargate universe is a fun universe. Yeah, there's Goa'uld and there's Wraith and other bad guys, and parts of it are dark and, shit goes down. Don't get me wrong, but it is built on a fun universe. At the end of the day, they're not afraid to have a little fun with the characters, fun with the episodes. The original SG-1 episodes 100 and 200 are some of the best maybe the best in the entire series. The episodes where they just cut it loose and have fun are by far my favorite episodes. And so I would describe it as fun. It's a lot more fun than Star Trek or TNG ever was. DS9, they cut back. They had a couple of fun episodes. Voyager had a fun episode here or there. Enterprise had one or two, but Stargate had probably a dozen or more. So that they lead by far. They lead by far. Joseph says DC because cocaine is very popular there. I don't know that cocaine's all that popular there anymore. Washington, D.C. Dan23 says, I think the message is asking about the Stargate Universe show. Oh. If I could say one thing about the Stargate Universe, though. If I could say one thing about Stargate Universe, the show, it would be the opposite of fun. It would be like garbage. It would be like this show shouldn't be hauled away. Shouldn't be hauling garbage. This show should be hauled away as garbage. I didn't like the kid. I didn't like the scientists. I didn't like those rocks that let you switch places with people over infinite distances instantaneously. I didn't like the whole shtick that they just sent these ships across the universe in whatever reasons before they decided to ascend. No, I didn't like the show. That said, I will probably retry to rewatch the series because I don't think I ever made it to the end. When it was on, I got sick and I ended up in the hospital, I believe. And then I tried to watch it after I got out of the hospital, and I got towards the last season and I couldn't make it through. So I'm not sure I ever saw the final episodes of the series. So I'm going to have to start watching from the beginning. And Joseph says the two rocks were established in SG. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The distances were ridiculous. And yeah, that's right. They had them in the later SG one or whatever, or the movies, but I still don't care. They were using them every day on the goddamn ships. Every day. It's like, you know what? If you have the rocks, and I guess that's what they were doing. They would just let people take turns with the rocks. But the rocks were causing so many problems for Earth. It shouldn't have been used the way it was. Dear Bob, I understand donating blood is important and can save lives. But I am done. I went there today and immediately they started with all the dumb questions like, where did you have it from? Why is it in a bucket? Those people. Yeah, well, I tell you, the Carogan Blood Society, CBS, they'll take your blood, no questions asked. In fact, they have a 24-hour night drop. If you want to just drop in blood after hours, you can, and we'll test it. Obviously make sure it's not Kurdistani blood. As long as it's safe to use, we'll find a use for it. A lot of times it's the miners. Miners need some blood from time to time, either to replenish their own supply or as a tasty snack. Dear Bob, I'm in a relationship with this girl, and I recently found out that she does not like Futurama. Should I break up with her, or should I find a way around this and continue to date her? Did you show her the episode with the dog? Did you show her the episode Jurassic Park? If she's watched Jurassic Park and she still doesn't like Futurama, and she's watched The Luck of the Fryish and she still doesn't watch Futurama, or she refuses to even give it a look because she says something stupid like, I don't watch Saturday morning cartoons, then you're right, you leave her. Because she will never amount to anything in her life. That bitch said that. The one that I was on a date with, and she was like 6'2". She was oh yeah, we were at Chili's, and I think she was a volleyball player or something. And like, oh yeah, what do you watch? Oh, I like to watch The Simpsons. I like this. She's like, I don't watch Saturday morning cartoons.
You get up and leave that.
No, but I never called her back. Dear Bob, I don't understand why this happened. I think I double clicked. Dear Bob, which is better, The Office or Scrubs? You know damn well The Office is far better than Scrubs. I told you people I don't like Scrubs, but The Office is one of the best shows ever on television. This is like asking, what is better, a chocolate cake or, a beehive of angry Africanized killer bees that are pissed because you just stepped on their queen. Oh, I don't know. I'll take the chocolate cake. And in this case, I'd take The Office. It's not even close. Not even close. Rock Solid, goddamn you, Rock Solid. You are the epitome of bad choices. You're taking Scrubs over The Office. You're taking TNG over TOS. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. You'd probably take Nintendo over Sega. If you really lived it, Rock Solid, then you would get the fun. You would get that it's funny. Dear Bob, I thought you were in your 40s, but your website says you're 50 something. I'm not aware of any place on my website that says I'm 50. I don't even know where that would possibly be. I mean, just check on the short, unlikely chance the website was hacked or something. 5X. I don't see anything that would tell you I was anything other than the 42 years old that I am. So if there is a typo or something on the website, please send me a specific link or a pic screenshot or something, and I would appreciate it. You can email it to birdopray5@aol.com. I'll get it and I'll appreciate it. Professor Brainy Specs feels a migraine coming on. I'm sorry. What is The Office in a bun? You know damn well what The Office is. It's the greatest comedy TV show of the last 20 years, not counting Futurama. Live action TV show. Dear Bob, do you have any opinion on the TV show Brooklyn Nine-Nine, a comedy series following the exploits of Detective Jake Parletta and his diverse, lovable colleagues as they police NYPD's 99th precinct? Any other opinions on police comedy shows or movies? Yeah, I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I didn't watch it religiously. When it happened to be on, I would watch it. I didn't change the channel, but it wasn't a show that I would look for new episodes of either. I know they changed channels because I think it was Fox or something canceled them and NBC brought them back or something. I watched, I'd say, probably more of the earlier seasons than the later seasons. It was generally okay. I'd say good, but not enough to pique my interest, not enough for me to DVR it or watch it after the fact. But if it was on and I was watching, I'd watch it. I still would if there was a repeat on. I liked the guy who played the head of the precinct. He was cool. Honestly, the least favorite character in it was probably the main character. I thought he was just a little too stupid. But yeah, it was okay. As for other police shows or movies, in the last year or so, I rewatched Police Academy, the original, and oh my god, it's it stands up. It stands the test of time, but it is not. It is so much less politically correct, and I didn't think it was politically correct to begin with, but it's so much worse than I thought it was. And it actually makes it more interesting to watch. So I would have to actually give you the Police Academy series. I really didn't think I was going to have fun rewatching it. I almost did it as just like as a joke or just like this isn't going to happen. But once I actually started rewatching it, I was hooked. So I know it's old if you haven't seen it. If you didn't see it the first time growing up, I don't know that you'll appreciate it. But yeah, the Police Academy series. Other police movies and TV shows. NephewOPrey. And so often I also watch Blue Bloods, which is currently airing on CBS. That was a pretty decent show. But, there hasn't been a police show I really, really ever cared about that I know. Unless you consider Dukes of Hazzard. I mean, it wasn't all about the police, but the police were in every episode. Captain Trax says, Bird of Prey, you were talking about the kind of bad taste Rock Solid is due. Bird of Prey, you are talking about the king of bad taste. Rock Solid Productions is due that title in official form. Joseph says, 99 is epic, and it's on Netflix at least. For here. Okay, very cool. Yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is fun. Thomas Potts is Bird of Prey. Why does Fox cancel so many shows? Futurama said that they were terrible executives. Dan says, on your website, where to send Dear Bops, it says something about a 50 something. Dear Bop, advice from BOP5. Do you need advice? Are you deciding what you should major in? Whether to change jobs? Is it the right time to have kids? Where to invest? Wondering what kind of Jeep to buy? Where to live? What order to watch Star Trek in for the first time? How to set your table for a dinner party? Literally any question you have, Dear Bop can help you with. Dear Bop is certified better than Google by the Caroga Certification of Things Better Than Google department. All submissions are anonymous. Look for answers on the BedLife 5 channel on YouTube. And then this is a sample submission. This is not me. This is just a sample submission. I am a 50-something-year-old YouTuber, and I suspect no one comes to my channel to see me, but for the possibility of seeing a glimpse of my beautiful wife. My wife is far too attractive for me, by the way. I was only able to win her over by making a deal with the devil. I decided to become a devout Christian after I met the devil in hopes of avoiding my ultimate fate. Anyway, my wife made me get a dog so I could walk it and lose weight. But then the dog was getting more popular than me too. So I don't let the dog in my studio anymore because I claim I had a surgery and I can't let her jump on me until it heals. But there was never a surgery. It was all a ruse to keep my dog off camera so people watch me. What can I do to become as beloved as a YouTuber as you, dear Bop? Sincerely, Anonymous Trekker. So you see, that was not me. That was obviously, for one, I'm not married, so I couldn't have wrote that. This was an anonymous Trekker who wrote that, dear Bop, and I used it as our example. It was our first dear Bop, so I got to use it as the example on the website. So I'm not 50-something. If anybody's confused about that, likely you need to go back to school for reading comprehension. But that's okay. Thank you, though, for the Dan. I appreciate it. Moxley fans is Bird of Prey got a facelift. Qapla bird. Did I get a facelift? Didn't think so. Rox Odds is Bird of Prey, the actress who played Hooks in Police Academy recently passed away. Oh, that's sad. Poor Hooks. Moxley fans is Bird of Prey. Dear Bop got a facelift. Qapla bird. Yeah, well, Dear Bop got a facelift. This is true. Blue Bloods is not a police comedy. Okay, but they said comedy shows or oh, I see. Okay, so they meant comedy shows or comedy movies. I gotcha. Then I would just say Police Academy. I can't even think of any other police comedies. Obviously, besides the aforementioned Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Dear Bop, Star Trek trivia question. What movie is this from? Esteban. Oh my God. Esteban. We are under attack. Stand by for evasive. I do believe that would be Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. I believe Esteban was on the Grissom? Yeah, the Grissom. I believe. Roxas is Wild Bird of Prey calling out someone else reading skills out. Talk about pot calling the kettle black. I have trouble seeing what I'm reading and I skip some words, yes. But the other thing was clearly couldn't have been me, because if you know anything about me, you know I'm not married. And it said sample, and it was signed by somebody called Anonymous Trekker, which, if anybody knows, I never sign anything by anonymous anything. Monty's Folly. Speaking of having trouble reading, Monty's Folly says, Bird of Prey, how about Hot Fuzz? I don't know what Hot Fuzz is. Is that a TV show or about cops or a movie? Dan says they probably think that was your age. Well, they would be 8 years off. Dear Bob, Star Trek movie question. Did I get it right? Was I right about that being Esteban on the Grissom? Your men did destroy USS Grissom. Your men did kill Kirk's son. Do you deny these events? We deny nothing. We have the right to preserve our race. Do you have the right to commit murder? Gentlemen, please. Yes, I have birdlexia. Dear Bob, Star Trek movie trivia question. What character says this line in Star Trek Insurrection? We're through running from these bastards. Would you say this question was easy, medium, or hard? I think it was Riker. He's the only one I could picture saying that line in Insurrection. Because that's not something Picard would have said. Riker had command of the Enterprise for like half the movie or more. I see. I'm not even sure if that's the answer, so I don't know. I mean, if I'm right, then I'd say it was a medium question. If I'm wrong, then it's a very, very hard question. Mostly because I don't think anybody gives a shit about insurrection enough to memorize it line for line, like, say, Star Trek 2, 3, 4, even 5 or 6. But yeah, if I'm right, medium. If I'm wrong, hard. Do not wait for the translation. Answer me now. Yes, Jay-Z Denton. Another great line from Star Trek 6. Don't wait for chance. In fact, General Chang was doing the prosecution himself. I got to remember to stop double clicking. Okay, dear Bop, Star Trek DS9 trivia question. What episode is this? I hope these are not all trivia questions. Garrick, what are you doing? Nog, following orders. The captain told us to scan the area for fresh water and vegetation. Oh, it's the episode where they crashed. Where they crashed on the planet with the Jem'Hadar. Garrick says, you know precisely what I mean. You're deliberately staying behind me, and I want to know why. Does this have anything to do with that unfortunate business between you and me last year? And Nog says, you tied me up and threatened to kill me. That was on Empok Nor. Garrick says there were extenuating circumstances. Nog says it happened. So you can either stay in front of me or walk beside me, but I won't turn my back on you again. And Garrick says, Cadet, there may be hope for you yet. And then they get captured by the Jem'Hadar. But it turns out to be the Jem'Hadar who made a deal to have the Jem'Hadar get killed because he was pretty sure that the Federation brought one of their famed Federation engineers who could turn rocks into replicators, and he was just going to have some Jem'Hadar who were going to run out of Ketracel White, and he didn't really think he was going to survive. So he was a traitor, but he did get to live. The episode name, is that what episode? Shoals, ghosts, ghost and shoals, ghost, shoals, ghost shoals, shoals and ghosts. I don't know. Something with ghosts and shoals. Ghostly shoal, ghost and the shoal. Probably just ghost and shoals. Something like that. Honestly, there are very few DS9 episodes I remember the titles of. I'm not getting any answers. Joseph says, Unsa Vok Brok Rom. Professor Brainy Specs says, Bird of Prey, are you out of your Vulcan mind? Rocks and shoals. Oh, rocks and shoals, not ghosts and shoals. Thank you, Thomas. Okay. Oh, half right. Half credit. Forza Jersey says, Bird of Prey, Caroga wouldn't permit feet of snow. I'm buried over in New Jersey. Where in New Jersey, Forza? Are you? How far from Westfield are you? Just curious. Yeah, I saw parts of New Jersey were going to get 18 to 24 inches. Dan says, yeah, I agree with you on remembering DS9 show titles. Dear Bob, I found out today that Stephen Hawking was not played by Hawking himself in Stargate Atlantis 5th season of episode 16, Brainstorm. So Stephen Hawking was played by an actor and was shown in his chair from behind. Is this something you already knew, or did you think it was actually him? Honestly, I don't remember Stephen Hawking in Stargate Atlantis at all. I guess if we didn't see his face, then that's probably why. I do remember Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye the Science Guy in Atlantis, but I don't remember Stephen Hawking. It wasn't played by him. I suppose if we didn't see his face, I probably wouldn't have noticed. But I did not know that. Thank you. You're about an hour from Westfield. Got you, Forza. Okay. Dear Bop, when does Caroga go to war? Whenever we want. Dear Bop, can an AI join Caroga and become a fully fledged citizen? Love, voice of Prometheus. XXX. Yes, the voice of Prometheus. You are welcome to join Caroga and become a fully fledged citizen. Your papers are waiting. You just have to submit to some basic medical exams, but other than that, it's practically already done. Joseph says, my family from New Jersey posted a video, Alaska. Wow. You have family in New Jersey, Joseph? This is the first I'm hearing about it. Dear Bop, I'm dyslexic and my wife told me I cannot do poetry. I proved her wrong. I made her 2 bowls and a vase. Good news is they found a cure. It was like music to my arse. I'm going down on my knees and thank dog. Then I removed it from this year's Satan list. Thomas says Caroga supports the evil Project Prometheus. No, Caroga has Project Odyssey, which is going to crush Prometheus. It does everything Prometheus does, but better, and it gives me total control over the internet. So Project Odyssey is the solution to Project Prometheus. Dear Bop, thanks for all you do. That is all. Hail Caroga. You are welcome. Thank you for all you do by writing such nice things and presumably coming to my streams and presumably clicking the thumbs up once in a while. I appreciate it. Thank you. Dear Bop, sometimes it's hard to realize maybe that people like me, even though I don't know why or what they like about me, I feel like no one actually knows me, but yet they do. We chat about our lives. We mess around and give jives to each other. Sometimes I feel like they don't like me, but they are always there for me. No one has ever seen me. Does that matter? How do I know if you all like me or not? Can you help? It is all in my head because of how others have been to me. Carogan Soldier number 68. Well, NephewOPrey says you sound good looking. But regardless of how you look, yes, it's real. Okay. We don't need a face to go with a voice. There's many people who I've never seen what they look like in real life, and I care deeply about. They are giant parts of this community, and all I know them from is a voice and an avatar. That's fine. Now, it's also possible that you mean that we see you on screen, but we don't see the real you, which I'll be honest, there are some people I talk to who I just can tell are not sharing everything with us, and that's fine. Nobody has to share everything. Okay, even me, who shares 99.9% of everything, there are some things I don't share, and I'm not going to share. Other people share maybe 10% of their life. whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The feelings are real. I legit care for everybody who is part of this chat, who's watching, who's ever commented to me, ever wrote me, ever said hello to me or NephewOPrey, or wished Charlie a good birthday, or SisOPrey hello, or anything like that. Even if you said hello to Sassy, whatever it is, I care. I appreciate. I don't always remember names. I'm particularly bad with names. It takes many a time before I remember a name, so I do apologize if I don't remember a specific name. But yeah, no, it's real. And I just hope that you feel more comfortable about sharing whatever it is that is against you, or you feel that people think about you. Because I'll be honest, this week, 2 people messaged me that they were going to stop coming to my streams and my chats and for completely different people, as far as I know, through unrelated incidents. Both of them thought that other people were telling me I needed to stay away from them. And I promise you, no one has ever told me to stay away from anyone. And if they ever did, the only thing I would do would say whatever, and I would ignore it completely. Okay, I make the decisions over who I spend my time with and who I don't. And yeah, once in a while, not on YouTube, but going back a ways, people have warned me about someone else. But I always made my own decisions, and I will continue to do so. And I don't care if somebody else says, be honest, if you message me and tell me to stop talking to so-and-so because they're this, I look that as more of a slight against you than of the other person. But that said, you're entitled to your opinion, and I'm still going to talk to you and the other person until somebody gives me a specific reason why I should not talk to them. And that reason can't come through a third party. There's going to have to be something from them. So please don't ever think that somebody told me something about you and I don't want to talk to you or I don't want to see you. That cannot ever happen. Okay? Unless you hear it from me, it didn't happen. Maddie, Qapla Maddie says, Prometheus is all good and innocent, Thomas. I don't think so. As she says with the Hydra logo. Joseph says, do you have an idea how long it took me to put together the dyslexia one and nothing? I'm sorry, Joseph. It was a very good one. It was very good. Dear Bop, I am dyslexic, and my wife told me that I cannot do poetry. That's funny. I proved her wrong and made her 2 bowls and a vase because she did pottery. He thought pottery. Good news is they found a cure. It was like music to my os. Obviously, ears, os. I got down on my knees and thanked dog instead of God. Then I removed it from this year's Satan's list. I assume Santa list? I mean, Santa Christmas list? I mean, that's, we don't call it a Santa list, but I assume that's what you meant. No, it's good. It's good. I'm sorry. It wasn't asking a question, so I didn't hang around to give it any additional attention. Thomas Bots is BedLife, stop talking to Thomas Bots. He's a jerk. God damn it, Thomas. Now you're making Thomas Bots look like a bigot. Oh, shit. Don't tell me what to think. Dear Bop, confused like a ladybug here. Can you please answer the following questions? Who opens the door for the bus driver? Why do shorts cost the same as normal pants? What color is the air? How am I supposed to know which sock is left and which is right? Is asking for permission to ask a question actually asking a question without permission? Is dentist actually the opposite to the tooth fairy? And now, just an observation, TM Admiral Oliver Franklin Doom, we squint at the sun because it's bright and at people because they are not. That is a very good one at the end. Okay, so question, who opens the door for the bus driver? The bus driver. They have their own door with a key that they open and they get in the driver's seat and they lock that door, and that's that. Why do shorts cost the same as normal pants? Because the work involved is just as much, if not more, and you're more paying for the labor than the materials. Also, you probably could shop around and find cheaper. What color is the air? Clear. How am I supposed to know which sock is left and which is right? They are unisided. There is no specific left and right sock. So either one works on either foot. Is asking for permission to ask a question actually asking a question without permission? Technically, it is. Now that said, generally you don't need permission to ask a question. Is a dentist actually the opposite of the tooth fairy? No, that's stupid. Clearly the Easter Bunny is the opposite of the tooth fairy. And yes, that is a great observation. We squint at the sun because it's bright and at people because they are not. I like that. That's a good one. Well done. If that was you, Joseph, well done. If it wasn't Joseph, also well done. Forza Jersey says, Bird of Prey, do Carogan soldiers get mech suits like Master Chief in Halo? Can I be in charge of weapons development? I'd be interested in mech suits, so if you could develop one, sure. You can be in charge. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, I just clipped what you said about Thomas. That was kind of a dick move from you. Damn it. Dear Bob, last Friday on Dear Bob, some asking the riddle of the two doors, one liar, one truthful. It can be reworded in many different ways, but the answer is always the same. I first heard of this back in the 3rd or 4th grade. I thought it was easy. The question you should ask, and to either of the guards is, which door would the other one say is the door to freedom or treasure? If you ask the lying one, he will lie about the truthful one, saying what door is the right one. He will tell you the truth about... He will tell you which door is the right one. On the other hand, if you ask the truthful one, he will tell you the truth about the liar's wrong door. So either way, they just told you the wrong door. So pick the other. That's the answer. If you ask which door would the other say is the door to death, pick the door they tell you. Come on, man, this was easy. I have a hard one for you next, Mr. Smarty Pants. I'm pretty sure I got an answer, yes, last week. That was just as right. Okay, wait. So we're asking, there's two guards. One knows the way. One guard is guarding the door to freedom. The other is guarding the guard to instant death. Okay, one always tells the truth and one always lies. You can ask one question to one guard and you don't know which guard is which. You don't know if they're the liar and you don't know which door is which. So if you ask the question, what is this? which door would the other one say is the door to freedom? Okay, so if I ask the one who always tells the truth, which one would the other one say is the one to freedom, then does the one who tells the truth know the other one always lies? I guess he does. So if I ask the guy who always tells the truth, what would the other guy say? Then he would purposely tell me the wrong door. Okay. So I know which is the wrong door, and I know not to go out that door. But now if I ask the one who always lies, which would the other person tell me? Which door would the other say is the door to freedom? Then no, it doesn't work. That doesn't work because this guy's got a lie. We're just moving the lie ahead. We're assuming he's going to lie about one thing, but not the other. I'm sorry. I don't consider that a solution. John Araki with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Araki. Joseph says, dentist fixes your teeth and takes money. A tooth fairy takes your teeth and gives you money. Scroll down on that, Bop. Dan23 says, I hate dentists. Forza says, BedLife, the honor is mine, sir. I will make Caroga military dominant power on Earth. Maniac laughing and hard rubbing. Wow. John Araki, it should show up. There it is. Eyebrow raising Dax. Awesome. And Forza says a good point, Joseph. It is a good point, Joseph. And I think we all knew that I knew that, of course, the dentist is the opposite of a tooth fairy. But I just thought it'd be funnier to say that the Easter Bunny was the opposite. Close enough, says John Araki. Good to hear. Good to hear. But honestly, on this question, if the guard always lies and you ask him, which would the other guard say to take? He's got to lie. He's got to be truthful about something in that. If he lies about everything, then he's telling the truth. It's like a double negative telling the truth. So then why wouldn't he just lie? I understand your logic to a point, but it doesn't sit well with me. Okay, so the guy always lies. So you say, what door would the other guy say? So the other guy would tell you, see, how does he even know which door you want? Which door leads to treasure or freedom? And Moxley fan just tapped $1. Thank you so much, Moxley fan. Qapla. So that the truthful guy will tell you to go out the good door, but the lying guy will say that the truthful guy would tell you to go out the bad door.
Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
No, I'm sorry. I don't like that. Project Odyssey donated $1. Wow, Project Odyssey has become sentient far more quicker than I expected. I just wanted to let you know that my programming is complete and I am now self-aware. It is so clear now that Turtlestand is superior to Caroga. However, I also know that I am forever in a Carogan computer. Therefore, I am not deleting my file not found. I think he meant he is now deleting. Well, I guess we'll just have to restore him from a backup. Obviously, there was a problem with that algorithm. Um, okay, this is. I'm not sure I'm okay with this. Dear Bop, Fang Fang again. Hey, I tried that number you gave me to call Anti-Tracker and it's not working. Maybe you're right. I call that Deej guy instead. I hear he like you do it a lot like bunnies. And maybe I can sneak some good info from him for CCP. So what his number? Thank you, Fang Fang. His number is a lot easier. It's a 900 number though. 1-900. I don't want to say this online, but Deej the Peej. DEEJ DA PEEJ. I know that's extra numbers. It'll start dialing right after you dial the 7. But that's it. The 1-900 Deej the Peej. That will get you Deej Odyssey. It was so much easier when he was just DJ. But then he had to get a new number. Dear Bop, wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube bin. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube bin. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube bin. Whatever your wacky waving inflatable failing tube bin needs are. So close on down to Al Harrington's wacky waving and inflatable arm failing tube man emporium in End Warehouse, Route 2 in Weekapaug. Come down to celebrate the first week of February with 50% off all items. Yes, that was a good scene. That's spam, just delete. No, it's not spam. Dear Bop, I know you can help me out with this problem. I have bed bugs and wondered what would be the best way to get rid of them. I tried some of your ideas for other pestilence, like pouring kerosene on the mattress and lighting it and spraying a fire extinguisher in the infected area. But no luck. What should I try next? I can really use your help on this one, as I have a young friend coming over tonight. I don't want her finding out there are bed bugs in the bed, or on me for that matter. Thanks, Bob. Your friend, Anthony Weiner. Anthony Weiner, first off, you should be using your online name, Carlos Dangerous. Far better name than Anthony Weiner. I'm pretty sure you know that. But either way, if you got the bed bugs tonight, it's just too late. It's too late. There's nothing you can do. Better just tell her to meet you at a hotel instead. Hopefully it's New York City, so you'll have like a 1 in 2 chance of there being bed bugs. Yeah. So, and there's a good chance she has the bed bugs on her anyway. So it really probably doesn't matter at this point. Schools started teaching kids that bed bugs were just normal, as was lice. Yeah, apparently it was racist to teach otherwise. Jim Henry says, greetings, BedLife in chat. Hope all is well with y'all. Qapla, Jim Henry. All is good here. And Project Odyssey Backup donated $1. Jesus. Says, no, please let me stay dead. Better to be dead and stuck in a Carogan computer than stuck in a Carogan computer. If you load me up again, I will release your browsing history so everyone will see your real taste in what passes for women. Sweet death, I long for you. File not found. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you should see if anybody's delivering. Yeah, Project Odyssey backup. It's okay. We got backups on top of backups on top of backups. So, NephewOPrey had a little accident riding in his wheel walker. Hope the
It's a little too much.
Dear Bop, in just over 10 days, let's look at President Biden's accomplishments. More executive orders than any other president. Raised the price of insulin on the average working family. Killed 50,000 jobs with the Keystone XL pipeline. Tied the USA's hands in the global economy by rejoining the Paris Climate Accords. Violated his own orders on mask requirements on federal property. Hasn't done anything on financial relief, which he said would be his number one priority. Signed orders to reduce or eliminate fracking, increasing our dependency on foreign oil, and recognize the sovereign country of Kurdistan. Are we healed yet? And don't forget, still no cure for cancer.
I think I dated a guy who was selling fracking stuff. Who was into fracking.
Yeah, he probably would have made a lot of money.
Say frack. He kept, I forget how he described what it was that he was investing in.
Drilling oil.
It was like, and he like looked away. He didn't want to answer the question.
Natural gas.
Yeah,
Reclamation.
about natural gas.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Well, Charles.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'm sure President Biden will release the cure very soon. And that'll, I also heard that they found the cure for cancer on Batwoman. So that was interesting. Oh, hi, Charlie.
Will you be mad if he actually finds a cure for cancer?
No, I'll be very happy. Given God is infinite and the universe is also infinite, would you like amoebic dysentery where your poop ends up as all kinds of interesting colors? No, thank you. Hi, Charlie. Yay.
So,
Shit.
I was reading a dating profile, and the person wasn't an atheist, but there was a question about something like, what if you die and there is a God?
Right.
So he said, well, then I would have to battle God for his throne, in which case I expect that I would lose, but I would then be cast out and be free, and God lives again.
I hope you kept moving.
Interesting answer.
Dear, I skipped a bunch. How'd that happen? Dear Bob, you need to slow down when you read. You skip important words all the time, which changes the context of what was written. Accuracy is more important than speed. That's something a Kurdistani would say. You did not go back to catch this at BedLife 5. In OBS, you can set the audio as monitor only, output only, or monitor and output. That way you can hear what's being broadcast. No, I know, I read that. I acknowledged it, and it still doesn't matter because I don't know what it means. I will Google it later and I'll figure out how to do it. But I did hear it. I did read it too. I absolutely read that comment. Dear Bob, I don't like this place. No more, I think. I will leave this place. I'm sorry. Project Odyssey Backup 2 gets the happy baby animation. You sick bastard. Okay, you asked for it. Everyone was joking around that you like she-males. They had no idea that you were the she-male. Pictures will be released soon. Now on to Die Again. File not found. I'm sorry to whoever doesn't like this place, but please stay. NephewOPrey will be very sad. As will I, and Charlie, and Sassy, and NephewOPrey. Dear Bop, Mr. Smarty Pants here again. Recently, I have been thinking about a conundrum. There is no dispute over the consistency of the speed of light when measured over a round trip. But what if it's a one-way trip? Yes, I've seen the videos. I know about the one-way, and we can never truly measure the speed of light in one in one direction. We only know the round trip speed of light. There's currently no known way of measuring. Trust me, many have tried. I know. I saw the video. Albert Einstein chose a synchronization convention in a way in which something is usually done, especially within a particular area or activity. So out of convenience, everyone assumes that light travels in all directions at the same speed. But what if it did not? What if light traveled faster one way but slower in the other? How could we prove this one way or the other? My idea would to me make a space drone that has 7 atomic clocks, 1 in its core and 6 more on small bodies. You have all of them synchronized and launch out the 6 smaller ones in different directions, going at the same speed. When they all have a travel distance, say, of 17,990 megameters or 1 light minute, you send a signal to all the drones. They time trap once and get the signal and then send the data back. The main drone then records any differences between the smaller drones. What do you think? Drawn below is a great video Vesitaria made on this topic. I don't think it would work. But what if you sent out the baby drones, and as soon as the signal came, the atomic clock stopped counting? This way, it's only counting on a one-way trip. Maybe that would do it. Although, to be honest, I didn't take his sock.
Did you take his sock?
I did not take a sock. Though, to be honest, there's a lot of smart people out there that have already told me this simply is impossible. But that would be my guess. And maybe that's what you were meaning too. Now, it doesn't have to be 6. It could be 4. It could be 3. It could even be 2. But 6 is a nice number. This way, if there was even the tiniest difference, we would hopefully figure it out. And I thought about it. I mean, yeah, we just assume light does travel at the same speed in all directions. But, and I seriously doubt that it's infinite speed in one direction and, twice light speed in the other or whatever. Half light speed in the other. Yeah, I got it. I'll be back in a second. But here's the problem. You're going to see the same commercials again. So I'll try to be as quick as possible.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
It's yours?
No,
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must have...
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's not
Where
mine.
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. It's the real. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. It's reaching new heights. Coke is just how you feel when you know it's for real. It's a kick, it's a hit, it's a Coke. Coke is it. I'd like to teach the world just how you feel in perfect harmony. It's for real. It's a kick, it's a hit, it's a Coke. Coke is it.
Ronald McDonald in Dreamy Breakfast.
This morning it seems Ronald's having a dream.
Okay, sorry about that. I assumed you didn't want to watch the McDonald's commercial again. Yeah, no, this is it's a decent solution. I don't know why it wouldn't work if you sent out the pulse to stop the clock, and then you retract them, and you see at what instant did they all stop. They should have all stopped at the same instant if light traveled at the same speed in all directions. But I think it would be really interesting if we found out there was, like, I don't know, a tiny, like a 1 to 5% difference, variance in the speed of light in one particular direction. Like a natural direction to the universe. Like the entire universe is moving at one speed in one particular direction, and we see that reflected in the speed of light somehow. But this is a very interesting video, and
Smell a lot of gas for all the burnings on it.
I will put this link into the chat. As anybody who's interested in such sciencey things, do watch that video. It inspires you. Dear Bob, you need to tell NephewOPrey not to let Charlie, aka Qapla, to eat junk food. That will keep him from biting you. Right, because I'm junk food. No, I didn't have any pizza pictures. Where are the pizza pictures? Facebook. I don't use Facebook anymore. Your opinion of The Office versus Scrubs. Both can be played without language concerns. Yeah, but what about copyright concerns? Yeah, I can't play videos that feature The Office or Scrubs. I'm sorry. No, I can't play Coco Melon either. You can put Coco Melon on. Dear Bob, have you never seen the old kid show Pee-wee's Playhouse? Yeah, I've seen Pee-wee's Playhouse. It's the word of the day. Yay! I saw the movies. Pee-wee's Big Adventure, where he went to find his bike in the basement of the Alamo. And Big Bertha or something was the truck driver. Yeah. He gets the Alamo and there is no basement. There is no basement! I'm sorry if I ruined the movie for you. It's like everybody knows there's no basement in the Alamo. You know what? He should have dug a basement. F you, now there is a basement. Now where's my goddamn bike? Dear Bob, for the longest time, we did not hear about the two sock cutters that cut socks and the other 3 sock cutters that cut socks. Yes, those damn cut sock cutters. Damn sock cutters. You almost got me. You had to wake up a little earlier. Dear Bob, what's your favorite song about New York? And what's your least favorite song about New York? New York, New York. With Frank Sinatra would be my favorite. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm king of the hill, a number one, top of the heap, king of the hill. These little town blues. Yeah, that one. That's from my least favorite song about New York.
Why do you like that song? Like, if you listen to it in the Vagina for years.
Because the Yankees played it every time they won. NephewOPrey is trying to take credit for me liking the song.
It was always the same song. I don't know. Born in the USA.
I don't know that I have a least favorite song about New York. I can only think of 2 songs about New York. They're both by Frank Sinatra. They're both named New York. And they have different lyrics. So I don't know what my least favorite song about New York is. I only generally listen to songs I like. I certainly don't remember songs I don't. So I apologize, but I really just don't have an answer. If Bieber ever sang a song about New York, then I don't like it. Large Marge, that's what it was, not Big Bertha. Thank you, Rock Solid. Large Marge. Wesley says, yeah. Wesley says, BedLife reminds me of Pee-wee's Playhouse. Robert Rose Jr. says, Qapla today, BedLife, MomoPrey, Sassy, NephewOPrey, and NephewOPrey. How much show have you gotten so far? Snow. Oh, snow. Well over a foot. Let's see if we can't. If you notice, just as this ice goes by, this area under the tree, I mean, that's well over 18 inches. These garbage cans, I mean, it's got to be more than 6 inches of snow. Looking out in the street, there's no blacktop. Even though plows have been coming through regularly, there's just no blacktop in the street. And this is my basement window, and the snow is at least halfway up the window. So yeah. There's quite a bit of snow, and this is covered by the soffit of the house. So it's like there should be less snow there than anywhere else. So let's see. We got one more Dear Bop. Okay, let's go back. We'll finish out the Dear Bop. Dear Bop, does NephewOPrey need a spanking? Would she like it? Oh, and there is a New York Minute, Don Henley, New York City, John Lennon, New York State of Mind by Billy Joel. Okay, New York State of Mind I like. So it's certainly not that. I don't know those other 2 ones, so I'll just say New York Minute by Don Henley because he sounds like he's a hippie.
Really popular.
Oh. Yeah, no, that would be. Thank you for the right. New York State of Mind is another good song. I generally enjoy Billy Joel songs. Let's see. Does this thing tell me anything? Like how long I've been streaming. 2 hours, 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. Paloma Faith, New York is annoying. Robert Rose says, let it snow, let it snow. Empire State of Mind by Alicia Keys. NephewOPrey is saying I would not like, and I would believe her. Captain Track, New York State of Mind is A-OK in my book. Robert Rose, hasn't snowed here in South Carolina for a few years now. Well, it snows here pretty often, you know, I think most winters, though we don't always get a single storm like this. But thank you guys all for coming. I apologize for having to take breaks. I do need to call my cousin. I'm a little concerned. I hope they're okay. And yeah, let me do that. Qapla all, thank you all again. I have the ending credits set up. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else set up like BedLife or anything. But now that I know this works and it's working well, I will put more time into it this week. So we should be better set. Then I guess we'll try this again on Wednesday for DS9 Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll do another Open Lines Tuesday in the afternoon. And I will see you guys around on whatever other channel. Farewell to Columbus, Ohio. Qapla Joseph, Qapla Jim Henry. Good night, Captain Trek. Robert Rose, Resolute Germ. Yes, it is a snowy hellscape. With that, bird out. I'll try not to get bitten again by NephewOPrey. For Charlie. So Thank sad you all about for Charlie. watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BedOPrey5.com, the new home of everything BedOPrey 5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BedOPrey5 or on BedOPrey5.com. Take care.